1R. The trail ends right at the church.
And that was Frankie Carl there. Well, I mean, I guess it was actually Murphy who was doing this, but never mind. Hey, how about a bit of good news? If you haven't already seen it, which I did, so I know it's true and not just something I overheard. Nick Valentine is back in town. He was gone for a while, and some people, who are totally not me, thought that... Well, they thought he might be dead, or destroyed, or whatever. Anyway, I'm glad you're back, Nick, even though we never really talk. Like, ever. Would you like some Danny Kaye? I sure thought so.
Huh. It spins. So that's not right.
Smith, everybody. Ray Smith. Hey, have you seen the,
Oh, so
there's
it
this article,
starts with R.
the newspaper, public occurrences. Boy, I mean, it's something. I mean, I'm not saying anyone is a synth, you know. I'm not saying it's correct at all. And you know, of course, the mayor. I mean, I was I've asked to read. I have a statement from the mayor's office. You know, it's well, I mean, it just says here there's nothing to worry about. That it's, you know, safe and all. Everybody. Kind of. It's crazy stuff, right? I mean, weird. Anyway, it's well, it's something to think about, I guess. Louis Jordan is up next. It's spelled Lewis, but don't be fooled.
this one I can relate to, because I don't like talking to people.
There we go.
Stop right there. You went through a lot of effort to arrange this meeting. But before we go any further, answer my questions. Who the hell are you?
I followed the Freedom Trail looking for the railroad. I'm not your enemy.
If that's true, you have nothing to fear. Who told you how to contact us?
I don't want to get anyone into trouble.
We'll find out, one way or another. Last question. Why are you here?
I tracked down and killed a courser at Green Tech Genetics. Now I need help. Breaking the code on his courser chip.
You have what? This is not a joking matter.
I didn't know we were having a party. What gives with my invitation? Oh, I see you invited the courser killer. Nice.
Deacon, you're late. You're saying this intruder actually killed a courser? Single-handedly? Oh, that'd give even Gloria a run for her money.
Newsflash, boss. This lady is kind of a big deal. If you're done interrogating her, you might want to show this courser murdering machine a little courtesy. Just a thought.
I owe you an apology. Anyone who kills a courser is good in my book. I'm Desdemona, and I'm the leader of the Railroad.
Hopefully, we can work something out.
What you're asking for puts us in a tricky position.
Des, we need to let her in. She's got an intact Courser chip, for God's sake.
That violates our security protocols.
To hell with that. She killed a Courser. There's no way she's working for the Institute.
We're letting you into our headquarters. You're the first outsider ever to be given this privilege. We'll discuss. Discuss the details about your chip inside.
Hey there.
Don't try anything, stranger. Don't try anything, stranger.
Excuse me.
Saw some of your work along the trail. Not bad. For a human, that is.
So you think you could have done better on the trail?
Maybe yes, maybe no. I don't know how you figured that marker garbage out, though. Listen, you caught us at a shit time. We're still recovering from something I can't get into. We're a man down, though. And if anything Deacon said about you is true, I'd like you on our team.
What, you don't believe Deacon?
Given what I saw, yeah. He might be the real deal. I know Des said we don't got room, but talk to Deacon. I'm sure he's got an angle. He always does.
Decoding a Courser chip is a very delicate operation. A million things can go wrong.
Gotta
The
love
least of
Betty
which is
Hutton,
losing
right?
the data. Fortunately, we have the right man for the job.
Oh, hey, Des. You need
You're
something?
the kind of
Tom,
person
our
who
visitor
is,
here has a courser chip.
tired of
Whoa!
living
For
in
real?
Diamond City.
Oh,
and you
man, it's
maybe
been
want
ages.
a
Right.
adventure
Some
or
ground
something.
rules. Tom can get
guess
you the
you
code,
have a
but
new
once
option.
he's done, we get the
The
courser chip.
settlement of Sanctuary has, I guess,
No way.
been founded.
That chip is mine.
To anybody else in the Commonwealth, all you have
Good
is
luck to
2
them
caps
with,
worth of
you know, the
salvage.
whole
With us,
surround.
that data is priceless. But we're not just going to give
other
that
news,
away.
it sounds
Talk
like
to me
maybe
again if you
the-
change your mind.
It's not other news, it's actually the same news. The,
Hey there.
Made up
The
your
Minutemen were
mind.
involved in this.
We decode the
That's
courser
the
chip for
Minutemen.
you, but after that, it's
I
ours.
thought they were kind
Deal?
of done for. It sounds kind of crazy, if you ask me. And if it were real,
Fine.
it would be super
It's yours.
All right, Tom, make it happen.
dangerous.
All right, little
Well,
courser
it's
chip.
Ella Fitzgerald.
Let's have the circuit analyzer take a crack at you. We're in. Chip accessed. Just poke the analog connectors a little.
How many synths cleared
What?
the Commonwealth?
Oh man, don't crash. Hold
You
it
heard
together.
what happened to Abe.
Memory hiccup.
That's the outcome
Here
when
it
you
comes.
shift, right?
Encryption algorithms.
The Condor
All right.
will go.
All right, we're still running.
Only one runner made it out.
The Institute
Oh
wasn't
man,
doing anything.
they've added more decimals to the last cipher. This is gonna be. Come on, baby, show me that pattern. Where is it? Wait, they're using the same logarithmic function as the key generator. Oh man, we got lucky. I got you, you Institute bastard. I got you. All right, solve for n. Come on. Show me that sweet base number. Come on, baby. Yeah, we got it. We got the code. Let me load that onto the holotape for ya.
Good work, Tom.
Hey, yeah, but I'm not sure our luck will hold up next time, Des.
Start working on the rest of the chip. And you, I'd love to work with you more. Let me know if you're interested. But to be crystal clear, if you use that data and discover anything involving the Institute, you share it with us first. Otherwise, our relationship will be in jeopardy.
Excuse me.
If we're going to be dealing more with each other, I need to make sure that we're on the same page. You know what a synth is, right?
I've heard rumors. What are they really?
The Institute created them. Synthetic humans. They're mostly organic, part machine. Somewhere along the line, they became more than just constructs. They think, they feel, and they act just like you and me. The Institute treats synths as property, as tools.
Why does the Institute treat them that way?
They're playing God, tinkering with things they don't fully understand. From that lofty vantage, it's easy to deny their creation's very humanity.
Go on.
So we seek to free the synths from their bondage. Give them a chance at a real life. I have a question. The only question that matters. Would you risk your life for your fellow man? Even if that man is a synth?
It depends on the circumstances.
There's no middle ground with this. Would you risk death to save a synth or not?
Could you elaborate?
Answer with your gut on this. Your heart. If you had to put yourself in danger to save a synth, would you do it?
I risk my life for people every day. Makes no difference to me if it's a human or a synth.
Well said. Someone with your skills, your beliefs. But right now, we don't have the time to train up a new agent. And in turn, we can help you.
You didn't see anything suspicious coming in, right? Can't wait to get out of this place. Gives me the creeps.
Come here again if you need to meet us. We'll know you're coming.
Hope you didn't mind the reception. When you tango with the Institute, you gotta be careful when someone new gets on the dance floor.
greet all newcomers like that? No one's ever gonna help you.
Don't be too hard on the old girl. She's just looking after her wayward children. But it's all good now. I vouched for you. Nobody got shot. Still, I would consider it a close personal favor if you didn't sell us out to the Institute. Thanks.
So tell me, why did you vouch for me?
In our little outfit, it's my job to know things. And with everything you've done, it's clear you're capable. A dangerous enemy. And I'm betting a valuable ally.
But why the trust? You can't be taking it all on faith.
I don't know if we can trust you, but I hope we can. We just survived a hell of a crisis, so we may just be a teeny-weeny bit desperate for new members. If everything was sunshine and bottle caps, we'd probably play a longer getting-to-know-you game, but we don't have that luxury.
Really? Is that all?
You just don't give up. All right, I have a short list of people I think would be a good fit for our family. You piqued my interest, so maybe I asked around. Did my homework. If you hadn't found us, there's a chance I would have found you instead. Thanks for saving me the trip. So Dez wants me to make you a tourist. That's what we call someone who helps out with the odd job here and there. What a waste. I'm just gonna come out and say this. The railroad needs you.
I'm not sure.
I'll tell you the game plan, then you decide. I got a job. Too big for me, just perfect for the two of us. You help me out, we turn a few heads, and then Dez invites you into the fold. Then, if you get into a bind and need some help, your buddies in the railroad got your back.
I'm not sure about this.
Look, I won't do the hard sell. If you change your mind and want to save some cents or just stick it to the Institute, you know where we are.
You didn't see anything suspicious coming in, right?
just heard Billie Holiday. Lucky you. Here's a thing. A sort of note, I guess, from a sponsor here in Diamond City, and I'll just read it. Swatters. Own a piece of Diamond City history, and then beat people to death with it. The next one is Bing Crosby. Enjoy. Hex Beneke, folks. This is Diamond City Radio, and I'm, it's me, Travis. Anyway, Sheldon Ullman wants his girl to crawl out through the fallout. But, I mean, if he cared so much, wouldn't he have been with her in the first place?
That song was, hold on. It was by Three Sons. And, oh, never mind. You're listening to, Diamond City Radio. If you're listening at all, I mean. Here's End of the World by Skeeter Davis. It's, well, I think it may be a little melodramatic there, Skeets, but that's just me.
Hey, boy. Everything okay, boy? Don't worry, dog meat. Just saying hello.
Bob Crosby there. That's a good one, huh? Thank you, Bob. If you're the kind of person who is tired of living in Diamond City, yes, you have two options. The settlement of Sanctuary has, I guess, been founded to the northwest there. But with, you know, the whole... In other news, it sounds like none of it is actually the same. Minutemen were the Minutemen. I thought they were kind of done for. Real. You know somewhere with animals? Then maybe this will make you laugh. Or...
Wasn't sure I'd see you again. You managed to get what you need?
Do you have anything for me?
I'll take that as a yes. Can't say I'm too surprised. You did get rid of Kellogg after all. Not too much of a leap to take down a Courser. How'd you manage to get it decoded?
The railroad helped me.
Oh God, those kooks. I would have expected they'd be too busy trying to liberate vending machines, or setting computer terminals free, or... Sorry. They just have something of a reputation. You're not the only one who's been busy. I did the best I could. From memory and things I've overheard through the years. Came up with some schematics for you. Wasn't easy. These hands are ridiculous. Fine motor skills have gone to shit. Here's the simple explanation. You need to build a device that will hijack the signal the Institute uses to teleport coursers, and send you instead. You know the craziest part of the design? That classical music station, that's the carrier signal for the relay. All the data's on harmonic frequencies. You've been hearing it all along. I want to be clear that this isn't my area of expertise. I was bioscience, not engineering or advanced systems or anything.
I'm sure it'll work.
For the record, I haven't made any promises, but if you can build this device and make use of that code, you should be able to override the signal from the Institute's relay. Can you? I mean, can you build it? You have people that can help. This is a lot for one person, even you.
Come on. Have I given you reason to doubt me?
No. But do you realize how critical this is for both of us? And don't you forget our agreement. I've helped you as best I can. If you make it in there, you find that serum. It's my only hope for ever being normal. So you find it. Now go on. Take these and get to work. You do whatever it takes. Call on whoever you know to help you.
What do you need, General?
I have plans here to build a signal interceptor that can get me inside the Institute.
The Institute? Why in the world would you want to mess around with them?
They kidnapped my baby.
Damn. That's some bad business. Even for them. We'll give you whatever help we can. Don't worry about that. Now, assuming you could build this thing, what exactly does it do?
Jordan rules.
Did you know the Institute has a teleporter? They call it the molecular relay.
Teleportation? For real?
So, there's a bit of news that might.
That would explain a lot about how the Institute manages to operate. If anyone can make heads or tails of those plans, it'd be Sturgis. I haven't found anything yet that... he couldn't build or fix. I'll let you know if I hear of any settlements that need our help. In the meantime, make sure to offer help to anyone that needs it. That can only help our cause.
The Gunners! Gunners, that's it. That was like their base, sort of. Only now, pretty much all dead. Those guys were tough, so, I mean, I guess whoever killed them had to be even tougher, right? And there's,
Preston thought you might be able to figure out these plans for me.
Sure thing. Let's see what you've got.
There's this rumor that maybe...
Here you go.
Wow. What a mess.
But that's just what I
Looks
heard.
like
I don't know if that's
encrypted
true or not.
RF transmissions. Okay, so that gets routed through... What the hell? Teleportation.
Segway.
This is some pretty crazy shit. You sure it's for real?
The 5 stars are up next, singing about a lady.
I wouldn't be wasting your time if I didn't think it was real.
Okay. But you gotta admit, it isn't every day somebody asks me to build them a teleport hijacker. Anyway, the eggheads never think about the nuts and bolts of actually making something work. But, looks like it's all here. Yeah, I'm gonna need some time to study this thing. The handwriting's pretty hard to make out. But, you can get started on what he calls a stabilized reflector platform. It'll need some pretty high-grade metals, but it's basically not that different than the lining of a jet engine or something like that.
Can you give me a list of what I'll need to build this platform?
Yeah, sure. Here's a list of what you'll need for the first piece. I'm pretty sure we've got all that at Sanctuary, if you want to build it there. While you're working on that, I'll get busy figuring out how to actually build the rest of this thing. Keep in mind, I can already see this is going to take a crazy amount of juice. Like if you had a spare nuclear reactor handy, we could probably use it. And it's going to be big. So find a nice open building site with lots of power available.
Sturgis.
How's it going? Did you find a good spot to build your signal interceptor?
Yeah, ready to build the rest of it.
Good. I think I got a handle on this crazy contraption. At least here's a list of 3 things that may be harder to find. I think I'll be able to pull... I'll meet you over at the building site and see if we can actually make this thing.
I'd better get started.
Okay. One thing to keep in mind while you're building this, it all needs to be wired together so all the pieces can talk to each other. I'll see you over at the building site. Good luck.
Hey, Sturgis.
You need any help with that, signal interceptor?
How are we gonna build the control console?
We're gonna need something to translate your molecular and biological information for the transmission. Need help with anything else?
Not now.
Let me know if there's anything I can do to lighten the load. Or, you know, if you need anything proofread.
Another good one. Another good one from Betty Hutton. Hey, how about a bit of good news? If you know, haven't already seen him, which I did, so I know it's true and not just something I overheard. Nick Valentine is back in town. He was gone for a while, and some people, who are totally not me, thought that... Well, they thought he might be dead. Or destroyed, or whatever. Anyway. I'm glad you're back, Nick. Even though we never really talk. Like, ever. This is the ink spots. The inks, not the ink spots, but the ink spots. The spots of ink. The song is I Don't Want to Set the World on Fire, the ink spots.
You here visiting Covenant, pal? If not, move along. You know, armed people loitering around. Not good for the nerves.
Is that what this place is called?
Yeah, we're a real up-and-comer. A pit stop on the road for traders and such. We're not that big, but we got the bargains. Got a doc that can patch you up. We even got some lemonade. Well, that's what Deezer calls it anyway. There's a small catch, though. We don't just let anyone inside. There's an entrance test. We call it the safe test. Everyone's got to take it.
Interesting idea. Between you and me, what's the test for?
I probably shouldn't say nothing, but listen. We want to make sure only good people come into Covenant. No undesirables. Nobody that ain't actually what they seem, you know?
Being cautious. Not a bad call.
You do what you gotta do. You want to take the test? Pass it, and I'll let you in.
Sure.
Good. Take a seat, and we can begin.
So, there are some rumors out there in the Commonwealth that I have heard. You know the one
So
about
let's begin.
the railroad?
Wrong
That
answer.
actually
You are
helps-
approached by a
that
frenzied
helps
scientist
since
who
the one who
yells,
escaped the institute?
I'm going to
Yeah.
put my quantum harmonizer
Well,
in your photonic resonation
maybe it's
chamber.
not just a rumor.
What's your response?
I mean, it is as far as I know, of course, but... I mean, they may actually be out there.
I wouldn't worry. If he did that, it'd cause a parabolic destabilization of the fission singularity.
Yeah. Next question. While working as an intern in the clinic, a patient with a strange infection on his foot stumbles through the door. The infection is spreading at an alarming rate, but the doctor has stepped out for a while. What do you do?
Medicate the infected area as best I can.
You have a medical background. You discover a young boy lost in a cave. He's hungry and frightened, but also appears to be in possession of stolen property. What do you do?
I don't get it.
I give the boy a hug and tell him everything will be okay.
Very curious. Congratulations! Hey, you made it onto a baseball team. Which position do you prefer?
I don't play baseball. I play soccer.
Are you certain about that? Never mind. Next question. Your grandmother invites you to tea, but you're surprised when she gives you a pistol and orders you to kill someone. What do you do?
I give her whatever she wants to spare his life.
Typical Class B. Old Mr. Abernathy has locked himself in his quarters again, and you've been ordered to get him out. How do you proceed?
I'd grab a bobby pin and pick the lock.
And that is all you do? Nothing else? Wait, don't answer. Next. Oh no. You've been exposed to radiation, and a mutated hand has...
I'd say a prayer and hope God would save me.
A neighbor is in possession of a Grognak the Barbarian comic book, issue number 1. You want it.
I'd trade him for one of the comic books I own.
You're almost done. Last question. You decide it would be fun to play a prank on your father. You enter his private restroom when no one is looking, and...
Oh, I'd put a firecracker in his toilet. Bam! It never gets old.
Test's over. No one's ever answered quite like you. But hey, you passed. I'll open up the gate. Welcome to Covenant.
caravan came a few days back. Worked for old
Maybe,
man Stockton.
The leg's still on the map.
Enjoy your stay.
We get a lot of traffic. This isn't Diamond City. A caravan of 5 comes through, you remember. Then they must not have come through.
As soon as
I hope Swanson didn't give you too hard a time at the gate. If you ask me, I think he takes his job too seriously. But welcome. Everyone around here calls me Mrs. Fitzgerald, but you, cutie, can call me Penny.
Nice to meet a friendly face.
You're in luck then. Covenant is the friendliest place in the whole Commonwealth. You'll see. You here to shop? I'll make sure to give you a good price.
What's in stock?
You won't find better quality anywhere.
Hello, stranger. You got anything that ails you? I'll fix you up for a fee.
Hear anything, Doctor?
If you want rumors, then Penny's the girl for you. I like to stick to fixing people. It's what I'm good at.
Yeah. See what's wrong with me, Doctor.
What's feeling off today? What can you tell me?
Feeling sick. I think it's radiation.
Blood pooling in the gums, signs of anemia. Yeah, we better clean you up. All done. Any other complaints?
Just hurt all over.
Huh. You look fine, but, oh, wait, yep. That's gonna need to be set back in place. Let's get started. And that's that. Anything else bothering you?
That was it.
All right. Hey, don't ruin my hard work by dying out there.
Enjoy your stay.
Hey, Penny.
You here to shop?
What do you sell?
Whatever the caravans bring in, plus anything Mrs. McGovern can call.
Not interested right now.
Suit yourself.
You from around here? God, I hope not. I've had enough of these hicks.
You have a problem with the people here?
All the fake smiles and the fancy talking puts me on edge. The sooner I'm out of here, the better. You know anything about Stockton's caravan?
A caravan? What are you talking about?
I signed on with old man Stockton to find his lost caravan. What's left of it is just outside of town. The last stop was here, so I've been trying to put together the story. But I keep getting the runaround. Got a proposal for you. Help me find Stockton's people, and we split the reward. At least one survivor walked out of that massacre. And I intend to make good on my contract.
It's something. I mean,
Sounds fair.
I'm not
I'm
saying
in.
Here's all I got on the caravan.
I'm not saying it's...
I don't got proof, but Covenant's involved. Somehow. I'll keep poking around, but let me know if you find anything.
I mean, I as to read, I have a statement from the mayor's office. You know, it's,
Get your lemonade here!
There's, nothing to worry
Hey,
about.
Deezer.
Would you like some free lemonade?
Safe and all, everybody. Kind of.
What's the catch?
No tricks, no gimmicks, just the best lemonade in Covenant!
Anyway,
free to our special guests!
Something to think about, I guess.
I'll take some.
Okay. Enjoy!
Fallout through the fallout. That's just the name of the song. I'm not
Hey, Deezer.
recommending it.
93% of all visitors prefer Deezer's lemonade!
Scientifically recommended action.
I'm looking into a lost caravan. Can you help?
You know what would be great for a lost caravan? Deezer's lemonade! Voted best beverage in Covenant 3 years straight!
What's in the lemonade?
Deezer's lemonade is made of goodness. 4 special ingredients from sunny, non-irradiated environments, all in one cold glass. Try it and enjoy, or take advantage of the money-back guarantee.
I'll pass.
You don't know what you're missing.
Hey.
Enjoy yourself. Not a day goes by that I don't thank my lucky stars that I live here.
Well, hello.
Hi.
Well, hello, stranger. The name's Jacob, and I run this town. Glad you passed the test. You can use one of the beds in the guest house, and you should visit Penny's store.
Anything else in town?
Doc Patricia will be more than happy to patch you up. You might want to stay clear of Mr. Dan. I've had some complaints about him.
Can I ask you some questions?
Ask away.
Do you know anything about a missing caravan?
Is this about those Stockton people? I've told Mr. Dan many, many times. We never saw them.
This place almost looks pre-war. How do you manage that?
Hard work, shrewd trading, and a commitment to make a healthy community. It's a team effort.
I have to go.
You have a good day.
Oh. Hi.
Talia.
Oh, I heard about you. You're the stranger. I make things. Things for the store. Oh, I'm Talia. It's so nice to meet you.
What do you make?
I make medical supplies. Oh, and guns, scopes, and other things. You can see them for sale at Penny's store. You're gonna like it here. Everyone in Covenant is so friendly and really wants to help.
Do you have time for some questions?
If it'll help, sure.
Everyone around here is acting suspicious. What are they hiding?
Hiding? Why would you think that? We're just real friendly and busy. I gotta go.
Talia.
Oh, you're back. Isn't Covenant just the best?
Do you have time for some questions?
If it'll help.
Do you know anything about Stockton's caravan?
No, sorry, they never came here.
I'm looking for a girl. Her name's Amelia Stockton. Have you heard of her?
Oh, I'm afraid I haven't. I hope she's okay.
I have to go.
Oh, okay.
Meaning no offense, but I got a mountain of work to do.
Hope you're liking Covenant, stranger.
Ted.
Anybody else in town would be happy to talk to you, but... You see, I gotta run diagnostics on the perimeter turrets. And Gladys says the light in the bunkhouse.
Another new face.
Well, hello.
I hate this place.
Hey, Dan.
This whole place has got me on edge. I hope you found something on the caravan.
Do you have any proof Covenant is involved with the caravan?
I got one thing. They deny up and down that Stockton's men ever came here. But they most certainly did. There's no reason to bald-faced lie to me if they're not hiding something. I'll keep poking around.
Have any advice on what I should investigate?
They keep the barracks locked up tight. Find a way in and I'm sure you'll turn up something. The leads could be anywhere, really.
Do you have any other leads?
No. If Covenant doesn't pan out, then I don't know where to start. I'll cross that road if I have to.
We'll talk later. Penny.
Enjoy your stay. Enjoy your stay. Enjoy your stay.
Hello, stranger. You got anything that ails you? I'll fix you up for a fee.
What's new, Doc?
If you want rumors, then Penny's the girl for you.
Not right now.
Very well.
Enjoy your stay.
Well, hello.
That's a serious lock. Need to find a key. Let's hope someone's been careless.
whole lot of shaking. Whole lot of it. Yep. That was, Big Maybell. And now, a word, or several, from our sponsors. Stop in for a drink at the Dugout Inn. The stories are free, but the moonshine will cost you. Ask for Vadim Bobrov. Now it's Bing Crosby, everyone. Yay.
Why are they so afraid of synths?
Hiding something. I'm sure of it.
Hey, Dan.
This whole place has got me on edge. I hope you found something on the caravan.
Synths seem to be a real touchy subject around here.
Now that you mention it, people are always gabbing about synths, or the Institute. But here, not one word. But hell, this whole place is a bucket full of strange.
We'll talk later.
Get your lemonade here!
Why does one tiny settlement need so much firepower?
Busted again? It's the third radio this month. Ted better get on this, pronto. Another newcomer. Welcome.
Mr. Fitzgerald.
We don't tolerate violence or vulgarity. Steer clear of those, and we'll get along just fine. People that break our rules are asked to leave. Rarely happens, though. We get along just swell with passers-by. Like I always say, give someone a free meal,
Closing the
safe
office.
place to bunk up, and some civility, and they'll be all P's and Q's in no time.
I need to lock up.
This cell means business. Mr. Fitzgerald.
Been a long time since we've had any trouble in town. Although that honest Dan, well, he abides by the rules, I
Who
suppose.
doesn't love some Louis Jordan? Am I right? I am. Because Louis Jordan rules.
Loctite.
You're listening to, Diamond City Radio. If you're listening at all.
Was I the only one surprised that Skeeter Davis is, you know, a woman? It's just, it doesn't really sound like a woman's name. What? Hey, who are you writing that poem for? Skeeter!
Please be nothing. Please be nothing.
Hey, Dan.
You find out anything about the caravan?
They took the survivors to a compound.
You're in business. I'll meet you there and we'll rescue ourselves some caravan hands.
Won't be able to pick this.
Everything looks good on my end. You ready to see if this thing actually works?
Tex Beneke, folks.
Let's do this.
You sure? Okay. Your part is simple. Just step onto the platform. I'll start scanning for an Institute signal to lock onto. Then, I fire her up and we see what happens.
Coming to you from, Jules Green.
Cold feet. I don't blame you.
I mean, the Great Green Jewel of the Commonwealth. It's Diamond City Radio. Worry.
Okay, hold real still. I don't want any corruption of the molecular beam. Oh yeah, by the way, I figured this was a golden opportunity to find out as much as we can about the Institute and what they're up to. Yeah, this holotape's all set with a program that will scan their network and download anything it finds. Uh-oh. Yeah, we better hurry. And don't worry about that tubing wiggling around. It's, just there for decoration. Okay. Scanning for the Institute signal. Tracking RF. And... got it. Hold on to your butt.
I wondered if you might make it here. You're quite resourceful. I'm known as Father. The Institute is under my guidance. I know why you're here. I'd like to discuss things with you face to face. Please, step into the elevator. I can only imagine what you've heard, what you think of us. I'd like to show you that you may have the wrong impression. Welcome to the Institute. This is the reality of the Institute. This place, these people, the work we do. For over 100 years, we've dedicated ourselves to humanity's survival. Decades of research, countless experiments and trials, a shared vision of how science can help shape the future. It has never been easy, and our actions are often misinterpreted by those above ground. Someday, perhaps, we can show them what we've accomplished. But for now, we must remain underground. There's too much at stake here to risk it all. As you've seen, things above are unstable. I'd like to talk to you about what we can do for everyone. But that can wait. You are here for a specific, very personal reason. You are here for your son.
Sean?
Huh? Yes, I'm Sean.
Sean. I've been looking for you for so long.
Who are you?
Sean, it's me. I'm your mom.
Father, what's going on? What's happening?
Those bastards. They killed your father.
What's going on? Father? Father!
Sean, honey? What do you want me to do?
I don't know you. Go away. Father! Father, help me! There's someone here, help me!
Who is Father? Where is he?
Father? Father, help me! She's trying to take me! Father? Father, help me!
Sean. S923, recall code Cirrus. Fascinating, but disappointing. The child's responses were not at all what I anticipated. He's approached.
Stupid old
Please
man.
try and keep an open mind. I recognize that you are emotional, and that your journey here has been fraught with challenges. Let's start anew.
I could kill you. Right here. Right now.
Yes. Yes, you could. And I would be powerless to stop you.
I want answers, asshole. Now!
Under the circumstances, I will forgive your vulgarity. But I need you to realize that this situation is far more complicated than you could have imagined. You have traveled very far, and suffered a great deal to find your son. Well, your tenacity and dedication have been rewarded. It's good to finally meet you. After all this time, it's me. I am Sean. I am your son.
How is that even possible?
I know this is a lot to take in. In the vault, you had no concept of the passage of time. You were released from your pod and went searching for the son you'd lost. But then you learned that your son was no longer an infant, but a 10-year-old boy. You believed that 10 years had passed. Is it really so hard to accept that it was not 10, but 60 years? That is the reality. And here I am, raised by the Institute, and now its leader.
They stole you. Kidnapped you. It wasn't right.
Right, wrong, irrelevant. It was necessary. The Institute believed humanity's future depended on it. At that time, the year 2227, the Institute had made great strides in synth production.
but it was never enough. Scientific curiosity and the goal of perfection drove them ever onward. What they wanted was the perfect machine. So they followed the best example thus far. The human being, walking, talking, fully articulate, capable of anything.
So the weird science experiments needed specimens. That's why they took you?
In a manner of speaking, yes. The Institute endeavored to create synthetic organics. The most logical starting point, of course, was human DNA. Plenty of that was available, of course. But it had all become corrupted. In this wasteland, radiation affected everyone. Even in their attempts to shield themselves from the world above, members of the Institute had been exposed. Another source was necessary. But then the Institute found me after discovering records from Vault 111. An infant, frozen in time, protected from the radiation-induced mutations that had crept into every other human cell in the Commonwealth. I was exactly what they needed. And so it was my DNA that became the basis of the synthetic organics used to create every human-like synth you see today. I am their father. Through science, we are family. The synths, me, and you.
And you've been down here the whole time?
I have. Yes. I know you must have questions. Please. Anything I can do to help you understand.
Kellogg. He worked for you?
Kellogg. He was an Institute asset long before I arrived here. It wasn't until I became director that I learned of all the things he'd done. What kind of man he was.
You knew the man was a psychopath, but you used him anyway?
Would you have preferred that I turned him loose on the Commonwealth? At least keeping him on a short leash kept the collateral damage to a minimum. The Institute took advantage of Kellogg's vicious nature. I will freely admit that. Institute technology prolonged his life, and his usefulness far beyond any normal human lifespan. He never failed the Institute, but his cruelty became more apparent with every completed objective. I won't lie. It's no coincidence your path crossed his. It seemed a fitting way to allow you, us, to have some amount of revenge. What else can I say to ease your mind?
If you're listening at all,
Your father.
This is Billie Holiday?
He never got to see you grow up.
Yeah, it is.
Yes. What happened to him was... I've gone over the records of the incident, of course. It seems what happened to him was an unfortunate bit of collateral damage. For many years, I never questioned who my parents were. I accepted my situation, and that was that. With old age comes regret. And asking what if more often. But what matters now is that you and I have a chance to begin again. What else can I say to ease your mind?
So, you're in charge of the Institute?
I am the acting director, yes. I spent decades working to reach this point. It's a responsibility I take very seriously. The Institute. It's important. It really is humanity's best hope for the future, no matter what those above ground might think of us.
They need your help, Sean. It's rough up there, to say the least.
Oh, we've tried that. Surprised? The Institute once tried to help create a stabilized Commonwealth government. It ended in bickering, infighting. It was a disaster. No. We look after our own now. Ultimately, the Commonwealth has nothing to fear from us. Whatever you've seen or heard, I know I can convince you of that. Just give me time. I know there's more for us to discuss. But the Institute is on the verge of some important breakthroughs. Your presence would be appreciated as we approach them. I've been a part of something amazing here. I've helped to build a life for myself and the people of the Institute. And now, after all these years, you have an opportunity to help with that. Doesn't that intrigue you? Isn't that what you want?
Yes, that's what I want.
I know. I know you've been through so much. I'm pleased to see it has not impaired your judgment. Forgive me. I'd assumed that after everything I'm sure you've seen above ground, you would be more than a bit biased against us. There is much to be done. You'll need time to acclimate yourself, a chance to become acquainted with our procedures.
I'm not here to take orders.
I'm afraid things here are different from the lawless wastes above. A society cannot be maintained without order. While you may be my mother, I am father to the Institute. It follows my lead, and thus, for now, you must as well. Will you trust me?
Follow your lead? Why do you get to call the shots?
Because my entire life has taken place within these walls. I have studied. I have trained. I have devoted my life to the Institute. I have proven time and time again that the success of the Institute is my primary goal. I assure you, I gain nothing by...
Sure. All right. I'll go along with it.
Excellent. The Institute is now your home, as much as it is mine. Please take some time, get to know it. Meet the people you'll be working with. You'll want to introduce yourself to the division heads. Dr. Fillmore in Facilities, Dr. Ayo in SRB,
right.
And finally Dr. Lee in Advanced Systems. They've all been notified of your arrival.
Sean, about this synth.
You mean the child? It's a fascinating project, really. There are issues to be solved, of course, but we've made remarkable progress.
Why build it to look like you?
We'd advanced the technology behind synths to a point where this struck me as an interesting variation. A new angle, if you will. Modeling it after myself seemed only natural, what with the Institute's records on my genetics and physiology. I'll make sure it's brought back online in the near future. You'll have an opportunity to interact with him further. But I'll admit I'm curious. As a parent looking for a child, looking for the younger version of me, what do you think? Do you think you could love him? Like you would a real boy?
I don't need a synth. I found the real Sean.
Yes, but not the Sean you were looking for. In some ways, the synth is far closer to what you expected. I wouldn't claim to know everything you're feeling, but if in some small way the boy's presence can help, I hope you'll keep an open mind.
Sean?
Let your surroundings be a reminder of what science and willpower can accomplish.
Almost done. Just need to tighten up this primary drive servo.
That's the third primary drive breakdown this month. As far as I'm concerned, the phase-out on these older models can't come soon enough.
Oh, I don't know. Most of them have lasted long past their projected lifespans. If you ask me, they were built pretty well.
Huh, I can't argue with that. Even so, I'm ready to see the full Gen 3 roll out.
There we go. All set. Unit, you can return to duty.
Thanks again.
Of course.
Our technology must seem pretty advanced by your standards.
We're all looking forward to working with you.
Hey there.
Power armor is effective, sure.
Hey there.
But it's hardly efficient.
Subject identified. Reporting status. All functions normal. Greetings, ma'am.
All systems nominal.
Excuse me.
Nothing to report, ma'am.
Doc?
They weren't kidding. You really are here. Well, all right. I'm Allie Fillmore. You can think of me as the Institute's chief engineer. When Father told us about you, I could hardly believe it. You've been if you don't mind my asking, what...
Uh-huh. I just wanted to find my son and keep him safe.
Now that you've found him, I hope you're proud of the great man he grew up to be. Now, I'll give you a quick rundown of the facilities division. As you might guess, we keep the Institute's mechanical and electric... We maintain and upgrade all of the systems that make it possible. There's a lot of machinery behind these walls that recycles the air and water and provides power to the laboratories. The work we do might not be as exciting as some of the other departments. So, now that you're here and you've spoken to Father, does that mean...
By Elton Britt. Yes, right. Says so. Right there.
Absolutely.
Oh, good to hear. It'll be a load off Sean's mind. Take your time. Get yourself acquainted. There's a lot to take in. Plenty of things you won't find topside. If there's anything else you'd like to know about the facilities division, I'm happy to discuss it.
Diamond City, and you maybe want a adventure or something?
Who built this place, originally? Has it been here long?
The construction of the Institute is the work of generations of scientists. The original survivors of the war, our progenitors, took refuge in the basement of the old Commonwealth Institute of Technology. Over time, their sons and daughters dug deeper into the earth and built increasingly sophisticated habitats and laboratories. It's a process that's still going on today. Even now, we're digging out tunnels for new facilities and infrastructure. Just think what this place will look like 100 years from now. I hope I'm there to see it.
It sounds
Allie.
crazy.
What's on your mind?
And if it were real, it would be super dangerous, I bet.
It must be a challenge to meet the power demands of a place like this.
Absolutely. We scratch and scrape for every precious ounce of voltage that we can. Over the years, we've learned a few tricks that help supplement our power budget. When necessary, we can tap into select sources on the surface. We take only what we need, of course. Fortunately, Advanced Systems is always working on new solutions to generate more energy. It's a good thing, too, because the demand is always increasing. You don't even want to know what a single use of the molecular dematerializer consumes.
Dr. Fillmore.
Hey, what do you need?
I'd like to know about the people in your division.
Of course. Dr. Lawrence Higgs is our mechanical engineer. He oversees the major life support and security systems. Power distribution is Dr. Evan Watson's area of expertise, and Dr. Newton Oberly is in charge of food and housing. He coordinates with bioscience to ensure that our meals are balanced for optimal nutrition. We also make use of a number of synth units for low-priority maintenance and labor.
Greetings. As the Institute's requisition vendor, I can provide supplies for your missions on the surface. How may I assist you today?
What can I requisition?
I have access to a modest selection of arms, armor, and other items approved for use in field missions.
Let's see what you got.